I forgot my notebook.
Abram, please give us a bit of information about what happened last time on this wonderful arc that we have.
Well, we came down here with the mud puppies, and then we traveled across to one of the triangle-shaped buildings, and where basically TLDR, something took place 10 years ago, I think it was, which Nick saw through the power of a staff that we had recovered eventually, where apparently Rosemary and her master fled into this place, pursued by knights, and she took them all out. Rosemary escaped, the staff was here, we have it now. And then the ISF rolled in because they broke through the wall finally, and now they are here also, perusing the area. And we have rescued Magnolia and are trying to get into the dome to see what
Also,
is
Abram
inside.
got a serious
And
makeout session.
I have what?
You got a serious makeout session.
It was like a 3-second kiss, it's fine. Anyway,
Makeout session.
we're running down the hallway
The four of you are running down a ramp. You feel a descent that goes for about 30 feet, and then there's water. There's splashing as all of you are into water up to your shins, wading through this dark fluid that you can't quite make out because this hallway is so dim. One of you did have night vision, but unfortunately due to a certain electromagnetic event, it's been damaged. It's rather warm. Somewhat even comfortable, but maybe unnerving that you don't know what it is. But anyway, we hear the sounds of four people splashing as they run down this long corridor into the darkness of the inside of the dome. Do you say anything to anybody?
No.
Okay.
We got things to do. We're running.
Well, in that case, you hear... Hey, there. Flip, back up. Down. Come here. Repeat.
What?
They're too far away. It doesn't matter. Keep running.
Roll a perception check, Abram.
Oh, me? Okay. That's me. I'm Abram.
Roll the easiest perception check of your life.
Okay.
Good, I'm wasting all of your 20s before the big
Yeah,
boss.
no, stop.
That sound came from the staff that Nyx is carrying.
What the
I'm gonna, as I'm running, I'm gonna mess with the fins
Roll
to see if
an
I can get
intelligence
better
perception.
Roll an intelligence check.
Roll an intelligence check. I'm gonna get.
Remember,
Super
not an
flex.
intelligence saving
Incredible.
throw because you are not proficient in this thing that you are doing. It's just roll 20 plus your intelligence.
Okay. I just took off my proficiency for this.
Wow.
What? And I can't see. Oh, I'm okay.
Okay. You take a look at it, and you do see like there's like it has like collars around this pole. Like it's not a perfect staff. It's not wood. It's metal, and it's got all kinds of different engravings and things jutting off of it, and collars and segments and all sorts of bevels. And anyway, you grab hold of one, and you notice that it can actually move, and you begin to twist it, and you hear like a radio frequency, like static sound, changing in pitch as you turn it.
Tune in.
And you
Tune in to their frequency.
You realize that this thing actually functions as a communication device of some kind, as well as other things, perhaps.
Alright, I'm gonna keep on twisting it until something gets clearer.
Avery, this is the captain speaking. We have intruders and they've gone into the dome. I repeat, pursue them. Veronica will be taking a drill.
Shit.
Just run faster.
Keep running! Guys, we're gonna have company.
You guys hear a loud bang from far, far behind you, but it's now hundreds of feet behind. You've just been dead sprinting through the water as fast as you can.
Yep.
The
Keep going!
corridor is getting larger and larger and taller until you eventually see a bright white light up ahead, and then you are in it. And your eyes take a moment to adjust, and you look around this large room, and you see a gigantic blast door dead in front of you, 50 feet high and 50 feet wide, closed. 2 consoles are on each side. All around you, you see lab equipment. You see what looks to be like cages. You look at like aquarium things, and you look in the ceiling and you see water that's coming in through a fissure in the ceiling. You see a window on the far left, and you see what looks to be these gigantic, massive, superheated coils of metal, and water is bubbling and churning around them.
I'm gonna head to one of the control panels.
Okay.
Do I see any big red button that says open?
No. It's a small keyboard, and the entire thing on the top of the screen is bright red, and it says lockdown initiated, and then on the bottom it says a counter for how many days the lockdown has been initiated for, and it's roughly 200 years.
Oh, fucking Christ. What am I looking at on the keyboard? Like, is it in Sunghelian?
Yep.
Is it in Kelpie?
Nope,
it's in
Sunghelian.
Sunghelian?
Yep, Sunghelian.
I'm going to attempt to override.
Okay, you roll your thing. Nix and Abram and Aurelia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna let Nix handle her business.
I'm
Do I-
just gonna
what do I roll?
look around.
Science?
Aurelia, you look around, you see cages, aquarium tanks, some are busted, some of them have what appears to be skeletons and bones and dust inside of them.
14.
You see a crack in the ceiling letting water in. Everything is mostly white metallic stuff around you. It's all very clean, very, very hospital-like almost, but I'll let you know, spoiler alert, it's not a hospital.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it what?
Is there another exit before the one besides the one that we came to?
Nope, 2 entrances. One here, one out, one behind the door that Nix is trying to override with the 2 consoles.
Okay.
Do the skeletons look normal?
They roll a nature check.
Nature, oh god.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're nature.
Yeah. What is that, survival?
No, it's nature. It's its own thing.
Where?
It's there. I
Nix
promise.
It's...
Nick's in the corner. How has this thing been getting power for the past 200 years?
I don't see nature.
Interesting
There
question,
isn't-
Nix.
There's no nature. There's animal handling.
There's
and
definitely
survival.
fucking nature. I refuse to
There
believe.
should be
We're
a
looking
nature.
at it. We're looking at it.
I'm
5
looking at it.
skills. I'm doing this.
Yeah, underneath medicine and before perception. Everything's in
nothing.
alphabetical order.
You
There's
guys are
nothing
looking at the
online.
There's
hyperlanes
nothing
thing.
there.
That's why.
Oh,
And did they take out nature and replace it with science?
there's nothing between medicine and perception on the hyperlink.
Yeah.
Oh, I see
And
the
this
problem.
is why I
then.
use the roll 20 character
They
sheet.
must have condensed
Okay,
it.
just tell
Okay,
me what
sure,
it. Just
sure,
tell
yeah,
me what it.
yeah. It's wisdom, I think. No, it's intelligence. Fuck, I don't know. That's why I said just look at it.
Nature is an intelligence roll.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
that's
then
it.
let Nix.
Well, yeah, but I want you to do it because you're the one who asked about the
But I don't have
animals.
nature. Doesn't
I
exist.
already rolled.
You rolled, but I'll roll for my intelligence. That's all I wanted to know, just so I could put the modifier on.
Okay.
All right,
See,
not 20 minus 1. So there you go.
okay, Abram, you look over and you see a whole different range of creatures, and a lot of them seem to be coming in pairs. You see like 4-legged things. You see mostly small creatures, something that might have been a coyote or a fox, things like that. You see like an aquarium tank full of presumably fish bones, and you see one tank that is actually spilled off of its pedestal and hit the ground and shattered, and you see no creatures inside of it.
Oh,
Ah, Noah's Ark. 2 of every animal.
yeah, except for whatever wasn't there.
Mud puppies,
puppies.
probably.
Abram, you look at the little tag next to it, and it says Modifius Puppius.
Puppies.
I hate you so much. That is not a real scientific name.
They didn't know that, I guess. However, I would explain why they are down here.
Next, you
It
rolled.
also, yeah.
You
I
rolled.
rolled a
There's so
14.
many.
Yeah,
So
you see that it is on full lockdown, and it is refusing to yield until you give identification as the chief science officer.
Oh!
Do I?
I knew.
What?
I have
yeah.
the key cards.
Oh, do it.
I am the
Aurelio.
We are the lead scientists. We are the police.
Aurelio,
I
you
showed them
shove
my
it.
identification.
Okay, you shove the key cord in there, and it goes skeet, and then it waits, and then like 3 dots are appearing on the screen. And then you see a prompt come up, and you can't read Sunghili and Nyx can, but it's saying,
I can't.
"Are you sure?"
Oh.
Are we
Yeah.
Well, wait.
Magnolia?
Can't we hear anything behind the blast doors?
You hear nothing behind the blast doors besides the churning of the water and the sounds of engines.
Whatever's there is probably
Water?
dead, so...
Or it can be a big dam of water. Where's that leak coming from again?
The ceiling above you.
Uh-huh.
You
Is there
hear
anything?
you hear a rumbling sound from behind you down the way.
I press a button.
Oh
You
my
can-
god.
Okay, you open the
Do
dial.
it.
You hear sirens go off and loud lights flashing and turning, and these blast doors gradually begin to pull apart. And indeed, you do see an overflow of water coming through these interlocking teeth as they begin to part, and it whooshes down, and it comes all the way up to your waist at one point, but not enough for me to warrant making you roll athletics. The water pushes past you, and eventually the pressures equalize until you're standing in roughly knee-deep amounts of water, and the path is open to you to the center of the dome.
Strange.
We go.
Go!
Yeah, we're going.
Everybody roll an athletics check.
Oh god.
Don't worry, next we got you, maybe. I might not.
Athletics is not my strong point.
Don't worry, it's up to the dice.
11.
Okay. You guys hear a loud and then this massive iron hand slams into the backs of Nyx, and she just
Great.
disappears into the water. And
Ugh.
you see a long cable stretching all the way back down the way you came, and a pair of two massive spotlights, and loud footsteps of something splashing through the water after you. Kutush! Kutush! Kutush!
Great.
Is it the Iron Wing hand?
No, it's not the
Okay,
Iron
it's
Wing hand.
It's the drill then. Okay. I
Great.
was gonna say Avery, Jesus, but no, it's not him.
Avery, you just killed your girlfriend.
It's not Avery. It's Veronica. She's here for your blood. All right.
She's
Can
here
I
to
can I
kill
find Nyx in the water?
You think that you see where she is. She's just like gone under the water because this hand has just seized her.
Oh, okay. I'm making
I
sure
want out.
she's
I
not dead.
want
Yeah,
out.
come on.
I
Drag
want
her
out.
up. Well,
Get me out of here.
Roll,
I'm trying.
Yeah, roll strength check. Tell me how you're gonna break it. Actually, how's this happening? How are we doing this?
Wait,
it's got me?
it grabbed her. I thought I just slapped her.
Nope.
No, I grabbed her.
It grabbed her.
Oh my god.
Big, meaty
Okay.
palm wrapped around her waist.
I
She's
am
got a single
relatively
hand free.
thin and small. I'm going to. Is it like gross, like old sitting water?
Now that you're in the lights, you can tell that it's actually somewhat clean.
Damn it!
Why?
Is there like algae?
What? Why?
Like you know how
Lube.
when water sits for a long time it
Okay,
gets like
wait, no. Instead of trying to
Plank.
justify why there's algae, tell me what you want to do with the algae, and then from there we'll figure out if there is or not. Because I want you to succeed. You don't need to justify it. If you can
I
think
want
of a cool
I
thing
want
to
to
do with the
use it
algae.
and I want to use it to slip out of its grasp because I am relatively thin.
Okay, roll dexterity saving throw.
I don't have any modifier.
You don't have what? Oh.
I don't have any modifiers. 8.
You know what? You find a little bit of something slippery. Who knows what it is? And
Ew.
you slip and slide all over yourself, but you're having trouble getting free. Though you get about halfway out. You get both your arms out, but it's still wrapped around your hips.
I
Unfortunately,
reach my hand out of the water.
yeah, you get both arms free, and you're able to do like a push-up, and you got some pretty good upper arm strength. Your head is above the water. You don't have to worry about suffocation.
I reach out to someone.
Someone.
No,
yeah.
everybody gets one free turn before we roll initiative. Abram, I believe it's up to you if you want to go next. If you want to, you could say Aurelio.
If I want to.
Indeed.
Goodbye. No, yeah,
What,
I'm gonna
save
grab her.
Aurelio? I'm fine.
I think he meant next.
If you want to
I'm
go,
gonna-
I'm saying if Aurelio wants to take a turn to try and change the turn of events that's happening here, he can go first if you would prefer that Aurelio went before you. Not that
Who
you're
wants
saving.
to help Nyx?
Yeah.
I don't have strength.
None of you have strength.
No.
What do you mean none of us?
Oh, Abram?
I have
Yeah.
plus
Pop
2.
it
I don't have proficiency, but I have plus, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Foolish man.
All right, tell me what you two do.
Well, I'm gonna grab her.
Okay.
Because if she's already like, lubed up, maybe it'll be
I'll
easier to
just
yank
I'll
her
just
out.
assist. Can I just roll to assist?
You take one
Yes, you
arm, I'll
can.
take the
Yeah.
other.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Both of
let's
you
do
roll
that.
athletics, and we'll take whoever rolled better. Advantage.
Alright, it's up to you, Aurelio.
Aurelia, please.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You guys get her out, but then her ankle, like the bootstrap, just like snags on the equivalent of a fingernail.
Take off your shoe.
Cut
Then
those
roll.
shoes. I
now
cut
say
roll,
no,
initiative.
no, no,
Roll
these shoes,
initiative.
no.
Roll initiative. You guys hear a loud bang as this gigantic
Jesus.
drill mech comes rumbling through.
Oh, I get advantage on initiative.
Yeah, that's cool. I love it. You look behind you, and now this drill mech is in the room, and it revs up its drill. Behind the glass, you see a very frustrated Veronica.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Fine.
With a ferocious sneer on her face, she takes both of the throttles and throws them forwards towards you. Aurelio, you go first. What do you do?
I go first. Abram has 14.
Oh shit, Abram, you go first. What do you do?
Like, what?
Well, she's coming for us, right? I jump out of the way and take whoever the fuck is near me along with. If I can. Preferably Magnolia, since she
well,
doesn't have a turn, I
Yeah.
assume.
Oh, I rolled for her. She's
Oh,
not going
okay,
for a
I was
while.
making... I didn't know if she was just, like, there.
No, she has a turn.
Okay. Oh, okay, well then never mind. Unless I can.
This mech will walk towards you on its turn. You are not in immediate danger. We're D&D yeah, I know I said that it's coming at you, but like since we have D&D associated with turns, you can do whatever you want. You're not in immediate threatening danger of being crushed by a mech.
Okay.
Yeah.
That glass doesn't look... Why not stick? Fuck. Whatever, I'll attack it. I don't care.
You're just gonna start shooting?
No, not shoot.
Okay.
I stab.
You run at the mech
Mm-hmm.
with your sword,
Mm-hmm.
and then you attack it.
I do.
Okay, you
But I
gotta
don't
roll
know
for
how to do
that.
that ever.
All right.
I'm gonna write this down this
We
time. 'cause
do
I
it
never
all
fucking
the... Okay,
remember.
it's a D20
I know. Yes.
plus your strength
Strength. Okay.
plus your proficiency, because you are proficient with that specific sword.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll write it down this time.
Okay, you can make a macro for it with roll 20.
I know, but
Okay.
I die inside every day.
You take out your sword, and in one quick motion, you go for the slash. And you hear a loud creaking sound as you drag it across the leg of this mech, and it scrapes away the paint, but you do not do any structural damage to it.
Okay, and just checking, that was because of my roll, not because it's immune to slash. Or is it?
You do
immune
not know
slash?
that.
Okay, damn it. Fine.
And now it would be Magnolia's turn. Technically, she rolled a 12. Aurelia, would you get 12 also?
Well,
Okay, she's gonna re-roll. Yeah, you go first.
okay.
She'll go after you.
I'm gonna aim my dual pistols.
Mhm.
So like I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
Because I don't think I can't move if I use dual pistols.
You can move. You just can't do that double move thing that you do.
Yeah. Okay. No. Then I'm. How far away from her am I?
You're about 25 feet.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna roll dual pistols, and I'm gonna aim for anything that looks like an engine, or
Okay.
like an important piece of it.
Sure. We'll see how this roll goes, and then we'll. Okay, that's the first attack.
Wait, I'm just supposed to add my dex to it, right?
No, you're proficient in pistols, so you should add your proficiency as well.
Okay, so that would be that's a 10.
Okay.
And then a 12.
All right. You shoot once, and it. I'm sorry, Veronica. You see her like pull back one of her own arms, and in response, the arm on the drill mech lifts up high, and the first nail impacts into the wrist of this thing, and she blocks it. The second one squeezes past and nail. I think it just nails the glass, but you hit it, and it embeds in it, creating a crack. Roll for damage.
Okay.
At any time.
I had to remember to add my dex.
I understand. You do 6 damage to it.
Yeah.
Piercing damage does not apparently seem to be negated. We're down to Magnolia.
Cool.
She runs away.
Yeah, that's
Good.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she runs back down into the blast door area that has just been opened.
Good.
Yep. And I think that's going to be your entire turn. Unfortunately, sorry guys, she's not too helpful
I
in this.
support that.
I mean, unfortunately, I'd
You
rather
can
her
have
run
any
than
Fine.
die.
We'd rather her run away than have to fight.
Nix, your
But
turn.
not too far, because who knows what the fuck
It's
is
my
in there.
turn?
Yep, your turn.
Okay. Nyx, am I still pinned?
Yeah, well, you're still hooked, but you can use your movement action to unhook yourself.
I'm gonna unhook myself using my
God.
using my movement, right?
It'll use either your attack action or your movement action, depending on what you want to do. It's gonna take one of those.
I was gonna mess with the staff to see if it can do anything.
Okay, yeah, then it's gonna take your
Because
movement
it
action.
clearly did something. So I'm
It
gonna
did.
What do
so
you hope for it to do?
maybe crash down some of the ceiling onto the mech? I don't know.
That's fine. I was just asking. Roll an intelligence check.
Thank goodness
Use
I have
the
proficiency
force.
and +4. 16.
Hold on, you can't use your proficiency on this roll, so it's 14.
14.
Yeah, it's just an intelligence check. 14. Okay. Just paint me a word picture.
I'm gonna look at all of the bits and baubles on the staff and see if I can either press a button or turn a knob that'll do something, mess with the pins maybe.
Cool. But how do you feel?
My life is currently in danger,
Okay.
so I'm stressed.
The fins, boom, they rise up and become erect bunny ears, as you saw before in your dream-like sequence.
Okay. And I aim it at the ceiling above the mech?
Roll another d20. It's straight up just a d20. There's nothing added to it. Roll a d20.
I'm afraid. 8.
You hear this feeling like in your bones. Like you feel your eyeballs vibrate in their sockets and your hand starts to tingle and feel strange as you grip onto the metal, and then you take your second hand and you grip on, and you see the air start to wave around the two fins that have shot forward, and then you look up at the ceiling and there's this loud popping sound as a pipe explodes and water begins to rain down upon the mech.
Well, they have a magic staff, everybody. I'm now the mage.
Well, that's good.
I need to change my class now.
The mech steps forwards, 1, 2, and then raises up its massive drill hand, and you see the drills stop. But then it tries to slam them down upon Abram. Abram,
Yeah.
what is your AC?
My AC is 15. I don't know if the shield counts, like, towards anything, but if it does, that's 16.
Okay.
I don't know if it was just projectiles.
It
or-
comes crashing down, and you immediately take this beautiful sidestep and like try to innately parry with your sword, even though that probably doesn't work the same way. But there's this loud grinding sound as the edge of your blade slides along this massive hand as it comes plummeting down through the air and smashing into the ground like a foot away from you. You avoided the attack. And then you hear another sound of an engine revving up, and then the hand that it was gripping Nyx begins to recoil back towards the arm of the drill.
She unhooked herself for it.
Yeah.
She's
Okay,
unhooked
good.
herself. Good thing she did on her turn, because I think that you can
Yeah.
imagine how this was going to go instead.
Yes.
I believe, to the top of the order, back to Abram.
Is the drill arm still on the ground?
Yes.
Can I run up it?
Oh, fuck, that's cool. Yeah, sure, I guess it's big enough for that. It's going to take your movement.
Yeah, I figured. Because I was gonna look for, like, a joint, or, like, a weak spot to
All
try
out.
to cut. What?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, I didn't know what you said. You cut out slightly. Okay.
Paint me a word picture.
Well, after sidestepping and noticing it is preoccupied with withdrawing its other arm, I hop up there and I run up looking for, as I said, a weak point, a joint.
Sure. You
Maybe
find
even some cables.
the shoulder
and
joint. It's got some cables in there. It's not an armored thing. It's not meant for combat. Everything's just kind of out there.
Tasty. Nice and exposed. And then I do a two-handed downward.
You have advantage
Smash.
on this attack.
Yay. 13, 17.
Okay, you dig your sword in there. Roll damage.
Yeah. Isn't there something different if it's two?
Yeah,
There's
if you do it with two
1d10.
hands, it's 1d10. Which probably, that sounds like, well, why wouldn't you ever do that? Trust me, there's reasons. It might not have come up yet, but... Okay.
Oh, if I have proficiency, that's 10. I
Well,
don't know if
you don't have
proficiency goes with
proficiency to
damage,
the-
or is it just the roll?
For damage, you add your strength, but not your proficiency.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Well, that's still +2 then.
Okay.
10.
So you do 10 damage. You dig it down into these joints, and you see a lot of like cables snap and things. And okay, yeah, your sword is probably not too weak. A little bit insulated. You don't like get electrocuted this time.
Oh, well, the handle isn't metal, unless it was gonna like arc on them.
Listen, not this time, but you be careful what you go sticking your swords
Okay.
into. All right, just want to say it.
Fine.
But you do
I
10
understand.
damage to this thing, and you hear a loud snapping sound. I believe that's the end of your turn. It took half your action to get up. Do you want to get down?
No.
Okay. Whoever was next is next. I believe it was Magnolia. Okay.
Hello.
You hear some pitter patter again
Hello.
from Magnolia, and now we're down to Aurelio.
I go before Magnolia, but okay.
Okay.
Just to keep it continuous. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot again from where? How far away from him am I?
You're still 25 feet. Well, I guess you're more like
How much-
20 feet now because it stepped closer.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here and do. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna stay here and just shot him. So I'm gonna roll for that.
Kill it with your nails, Aurelio.
All right. What would he?
I keep messing up. Hold on.
Okay, that's fair. It's fine.
This is a very hard game, Dan.
I know. You guys can make macros.
15.
Okay.
Yeah, I made a macro, but it was wrong.
Oh,
so.
I'm sorry.
I'm just lazy.
You hear from behind just
24.
Aurelio just whipping it, just pew, pew. What is okay, you hit both of
Oh
them.
my god. Nice.
Okay, let me roll.
How much is that?
Okay, you do 5 damage. And then you do 9 damage total. Okay.
Ah,
All right, that's fine. It's do you do anything else?
nah,
Okay.
that's it.
Then I suppose it's Nyx's turn. Nyx, what are we doing here?
All right, Nyx, seeing how it reacted, is going to try something that she never thought she'd try before, but she's going to use her emotions to steer this staff. And she uses the anger from her past as well as the determination to get out of here alive. And she's going to try and use the staff again.
Okay, what is the goal?
The goal is to still bring a portion of the ceiling down.
Okay. Let's see that roll.
And rolling.
No, just a d20.
Oh, just a d20?
Still a d20.
Then what was the whole intelligence thing for?
That was to actually turn the damn thing
Well-
on in the beginning. Oh. Okay. I should probably explain that the reason I'm just asking you to roll a d20 is because I'm giving you a 5% chance to do the thing that you want to do, and it is not based around hitting a 20. It's me picking a random number every time and seeing how close you get to it.
Whoa.
Because I
Okay.
don't want you to be able to figure out. You don't know how this thing works, so the idea that you can tell how good or well you did trying to do the thing that you did doesn't make any sense because you wouldn't know if you've done well or not. So that's why I don't pick a 20, because if I roll a 20, you could say, oh, I was so close. And it's like, no, you don't know if you're so close or not. You feel again this vibration and the air begin to waver, and then the pipe that had previously popped slides out from the ceiling and hits the mech in the face, shattering the glass and doing.
Yeah!
It only does 3 points of bludgeoning damage to, I guess, the overall health. But there is this big nasty hole in the drill mech. You take a look at the mech and you roll perception. Everybody roll perception. This is something that I want you guys to be able to tell, and we'll see how well you can do this. You're gonna get an answer no matter what. Well, maybe not Abram.
Maybe not Abram
All right,
15.
you guys look at it, and you haven't made a fucking dent in this thing.
Great.
Yeah, you can.
But I put a hole in it!
You have, but it's a hole that is not impeding its ability to function.
Where's the hole?
Top right-hand corner of the a foot square thing piece has been punched out from the glass of the cockpit. However, the rest is unaffected.
Okay.
And Veronica still looks very angry. With a
She's
perception check of 15, Nix, you look down the hallway and you see another pair of lights coming up the hall.
Backup incoming.
Should we run?
I think we should just run. Disengage and go.
Since talking is apparently a free action, can I call to Magnolia?
Sure.
Can I ask her, like, I'm just yelling over the noise.
Okay.
What's in that room?
It's just more hallway. It's really dark. I don't have a flashlight.
Okay, wait there, don't move.
There's no water coming in or anything.
Okay, thank you. Okay. She's so polite. Alright.
I love her so much.
Thank you. Okay, we should go.
Alright. We're disengaging?
Okay, you're going to all three of you. This is it. This is the disengage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's going to happen?
We run.
Do I see another control panel on the other side of the doors?
Sure, but I mean, you still have the one on this side of the door that has the key card slammed into its mouth.
I take out the key card.
The doors begin to shut.
Okay, let's
Run.
run.
Alright, you hear, okay, I'm gonna make a dexterity saving throw, and you know what, I'm gonna do it right in front of y'all fuckers.
I can't believe we're gonna.
Funny.
I'm afraid.
Did that work right?
Well,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mech takes a few steps forward and throws its arm out to try and grab Aurelio as you guys go all through this slowly closing blast door, but the mech is just so slow. And you guys
Yay.
turn around and watch a furious Veronica and this arm reaching towards you, 3 fingers clawing at the back of you, and then this loud crunching sound as it's just smushed like tin foil between these blast doors. It just continues to crunch, and the blast doors don't close all the way because of it, but this hand is basically severed from the rest of the mech, and it falls into the water in front of you with a loud splash.
Nice.
I'm taking.
She rolled really, really bad on that dexterity saving throw, as you saw there.
She did.
Aurelia, look down.
Oh.
You see something
Okay.
swimming in the water.
Mud puppy?
It's a mud puppy.
Mud puppy.
Oh.
yay!
Oh.
Is it the same mud puppy though?
No, you look down at it, and it appears to be an entirely different coloration.
What color is it?
Wow.
This one looks like
Yeah.
a leopard. It's got like some
Awesome.
yellow stripes and stuff. Some spots here and there.
Oh.
Wow, I'm gonna talk to it.
Oh, well. Okay.
Tell me your secrets, mud puppy.
Long ago, the
Thank-
4 nations lived in harmony. But that was before
Well,
the incident.
Okay, you guys are in a
Well,
dark
Fire
hallway.
Nation attack.
You guys are in a dark hallway, but up ahead you see another light similar to the one that you guys found upon going, and you see the silhouette of Magnolia hiding in the corner. You guys hear this loud commotion behind you, and you hear some other plodding of something big and loud, and you hear some wrenching sounds and people yelling, and you hear people trying to like type on keyboards, and if you want to stop and try and roll a perception check to figure out what's going on, you can, but I think
Me?
you guys can. Okay, sure.
I'm doing it. Perception. This is what you get for not learning Sunghelion. 16.
Veronica? Yes, Captain Yusuf. We'll be chatting when we get back to the base. Avery, get this door open. Those 3 on the other side are under arrest.
Great.
Use lethal
Oh, God.
force if necessary.
Great.
We are going to collect that artifact.
I'm in trouble.
No, you're not.
Nix, roll another perception check.
Roll another perception check. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna cry.
The fins begin to move and like relocate as if they're searching for another signal. And the only thing you hear in this horrifying, loud, static background of potentially the cosmos, as you listen to the background radiation of everything, you hear,
This is Doctor.
and that's it.
This is Doctor?
You hear
Oh my
nothing
God.
else. The rest is fragmented.
Did it sound like anyone we've heard before?
Maybe. A little distorted by the radio.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Dr.
It might-
Gerard.
It might be Dr. Gerard.
That's the only doctor I can think of.
Unless there's like a doctor like 4 galaxies away that
Possibly.
I've tuned into.
Who knows?
Like,
You're interrupting.
Oh my.
I turn
Wow.
the channel. I turn the channel
turn
and
the
I
channel.
listen to something that I shouldn't be listening to, and I'm like, wrong frequency. Sorry.
Oh my
You can
god,
do that on your own
Wrong
time.
they've done it! They hit! Home run! Oh my god, the Cubs! They've won the World Series! Oh my god, what a great day this
Alright, we all know that's not gonna happen.
And
Let's
then it
keep
begins
going.
to.
Oh my
You tuned into
We
an
can
alternate
dream.
reality where the Cubs are actually good. You guys are standing in a hallway that's mostly dim. Magnolia looks very concerned.
Is there a light switch on this hole?
On the
On
staff.
the staff?
Is it a flashlight?
Yeah, is there like a flashlight?
Sure, roll investigation. We'll see what happens.
Do cast light.
Utility stuff.
You search
21.
and search, but you are guaranteed that there is no light function on the staff, and you are assured in that.
I have
Do
a
I see any-
flashlight.
Okay.
Okay, you turn it on, and you see lots of wires hanging from the ceiling. You see what appears to be a small team of mud puppies sitting on a rock beneath the only functioning light, as if this is like some kind of source of heat for them. And you see some plants that have grown up around the walls around you in this very dim light.
Aurelio also crawls onto the rock with the mud puppies
That's-
in the light.
Excellent. good to
Really,
know.
is this really the time?
You're standing about
Or-
knee deep in water, and you look to your left and right, and you see cracks in the walls. That is very much so where the water is coming from, but it feels very warm, and it looks rather clean as well, like it's been processed almost. You feel this like vibration below your feet, and you hear a whooshing of a current above your heads, and you are very convinced that this is probably where the water has been going to, but to what purpose, I suppose, you still do not know. Up ahead, you see a rather bright light, maybe another 100 feet or so, and behind you, you hear the loud commotion of people trying to break through the blast door.
Nyx is gonna go towards the light, but not in that way. Like actually, like there's
Okay.
a
Nyx is
physical
gonna
light.
lay
Don't
down
go
and die.
towards the light.
Alright.
She's just gonna lay down and
No.
drown.
Aurelia, what's going on here with you?
I want to warn the mud puppies
Roll
to
animal handling.
hide from the intruders. Okay.
Yeah, they'll fucking step on you, dude.
You know what, Aurelio? I'm sorry.
Whoa!
You
Don't make
you
me
look
yell at the mud
mud
puppies.
puppies, and you know that the only way you can get them to scatter and to hide is to become the villain yourself. You throw your arms up in the air, you make scary noises, maybe you shoot off a nail or
Oh.
two. You scream,
If
you
it's for the
pout,
best.
you're crying, water is pouring down your face, there's snot, it's disgusting. The mud puppies, they hate you.
Oh no!
And they dive into the water and swim away, their shadows
Is
never
it-
to be seen again.
It's for the best.
Oh my god. I avert my eyes, not ready to feel emotions.
Magnolia buries her face into your chest, Abram.
I
Aurelia's
pat her on the
crying.
back.
Aurelia's sobbing.
How
These
could
things
he?
have to happen sometimes.
Could he? How could
Guys,
What next?
I'm
Oh.
literally listening to the instrumentals from the Titanic as this is going on.
Are you four
my
you
God.
four idiots
Aurelia.
are standing in a hallway?
Aurelio is
Yeah.
sobbing.
Alright.
Also turns to buries his
Nyx is-
chest in Abram,
Nyx
or
just-
buries his head in Abram's chest.
Oh my god.
Nyx just looks at the three of them, shakes her head, and goes towards the light again.
Okay, you guys eventually go
This
towards
time
the
she
light.
is dying.
This time
Yeah,
you
we're
aren't dying.
we're going.
You walk and I don't know at what speed you do it, but we'll say you're doing it in a brisk jog.
Hyperspeed.
You hear the sounds of commotioning behind you, and you once again enter a gigantic bright room, and it takes your eyes a moment to adjust, but you are standing in a gigantic, perfectly circular room that descends all the way down to the floor, which is now covered in water, and in the dead center you see what looks to be like a giant fuse, and within it suspended is what appears to be like one of those like lightning balls. Like there's just like the mechanics for
Like the ones that make your hair stand up?
absolutely,
that kind of thing?
except it's
That's
not
what you mean?
on.
Okay.
It's not producing any kind of electricity or
We
anything.
can fix
You
that.
see,
yeah.
you see like copper circles. You see like wires that hang from the ceiling. You see panels that are fixed on the floor. You see like where panels have been lifted up. So like watch your footing. You see water that's like cycloning down these like tiny maelstroms. The water is only like around your shins. Don't worry, and it's not a very strong current. But like God knows where those go.
Oh wait, yeah, there's water in
Yeah, there's some water in here.
here. You shouldn't turn on the electricity ball.
Maybe not
I-
yet. No.
The lights are all
I
on and
approve.
bright and shining. There's like a console, but it's been like overloaded. It's like exploded. And you're standing in the dead center of what appears to be the dome in front of this generator. That appears to be a generator.
I approach the fuse.
Okay.
What do I see? Is it just like a singular like switch or?
I'm sorry. When I said it looks like a fuse, I mean a 30-foot tall glass cylinder.
Well, all right. Okay. She looks at the other three.
Hundreds of wires run to and from it into the walls, into the floor, into the ceiling.
Get out of the water.
I climb up Abram like a koala.
Oh my god.
You're standing in the water, aren't you? Next.
Is there like a platform that is out of the water or?
Yeah, sure. Some of these panels that have fallen from the ceiling or walls, exposing some piping beneath or some other electronics, has formed tiny banks, small islands that you can stand upon and be mostly comfortable.
Is there one close to the fuse?
Sure. Yeah, there's one right in front of it. One fall from the ceiling above and just juts straight into the water like a knife.
She gets onto it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Oh god.
Carry on.
All right. That's ominous.
Yeah, I have a feeling I might know what it is, so hopefully this doesn't kill everybody.
What's going on here? Next, you gotta tell me what you're doing.
I don't know, Nick, do what you gotta do to that thing.
Wait. Is it like suspended through like magnetic forces?
No,
or what,
you're
what is
looking
it?
at a tall tower that goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's hourglass in shape. It widens as it comes up from the ground and widens again as it gets to the top. In the center, you see like a tower, a tiny tower inside of a glass ball. That it would be the kind of thing that you'd normally see, like electricity shooting off of tiny lightning bolts and all that. But it's not producing anything. There's no lights on. There's nothing happening.
But you
Oh,
said
what
that there was one of those lightning balls that was suspended.
Yeah.
How big is it?
What? It's not being suspended. I fucked up. Sorry, my bad. That's a bad description. It's
Okay.
big as your head. It's just up there. It's in the dead center. Like it's yeah. The ball is
Is there
built into
anything
this
that-
hourglass.
Is there any way that I can climb up and find a way to get it?
It is. You cannot remove it from the system. It's built in.
I don't think you should go on that thing anyway.
I'll do
That-
it.
What do we do?
I
The
don't know.
thing inside of it is probably the generator part that makes all the electricity that bounces around inside of the tower thingy, but it's off right now. And the control panel is like fried and exploded, I think. Also, I think those rolls are for the what?
You first.
What? Everybody what? No? What? What are we doing?
Nothing.
Stop it.
What?
Everybody
just
pause
cons-
and
I'm
wait
just
until you
concerned.
tell me what it is you were gonna say, and then I'll say what I was gonna say.
I'm just concerned that those rolls are for the people trying to get at us.
They
You're
are.
probably correct.
Yeah, so we should decide to do something before we die.
I'm gonna wait. And then
Yeah, what were you gonna say, TM?
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say everyone make a perception check.
Oh god.
Does he perceive our death?
14.
Everybody, make a fucking perception.
Yeah, everybody, not just me.
Yeah, everybody roll perception. Did I stutter?
I guess he thought he said
7.
I heard every Abram roll.
Yeah, I
Sorry. Why would
what
I?
does that mean?
All right. Well, Aurelio, you actually, for once in your life, beat everyone else to the thing. That was a DC 15 check. Aurelio, while Nyx is looking over this thing and Abram is keeping track of everything else in the room, you take a look at this gigantic, massive, power-generating tower, and it's not on.
Huh.
It-
The water is fine.
It's not on at all. And yet,
The water is great.
and yet, every single light and piece of electronic thing that you've dealt with has worked.
Staff. It's helping us.
What?
The staff.
I don't know if that's what you get with a 15 perception check, but you tell that any electricity that you have been dealing with up until this time has not been coming from this thing.
Staff.
Are you saying the staff is powering the facility? Is that what you're screaming about?
Yeah.
Okay.
do I see like a slot in the fuse thing?
No.
Oh.
Can I make one?
Sure.
Ram it in there.
Wait, before you do anything to damage this thing further, Nyx is gonna aim the staff at the fuse.
Okay. And then
And-
what?
Pray.
She's going to try and will the staff to turn the power on.
You see a gigantic red eye.
I'm so afraid.
That's not
They're
good.
taking the hobbits to Isengard. The hobbits. The hobbits.
I'm scared.
I.
And then
Is
it's
Where?
gone.
Where?
What do you mean where? You just saw it. It's not there anymore.
Is she the only one that saw it?
Yep.
I
Okay.
do it again.
No. You gotta tell me what you do. You gotta tell me the goal
Um,
before you attempt to do something. You
I
can't just
want
roll.
to turn.
Yeah.
I want to turn on the lightning ball.
Why do you want to turn on the lightning ball? Everything's already working.
To see what it does.
I want to know what it does.
That's fair. All right, try.
Wait,
roll
am I
your
still on
intelligence check.
Abram?
And I want to.
I don't know, are you?
Push,
Yeah.
I want to push the
Okay.
memory further. I want to see what the staff wants to tell me.
All right, roll. Roll that unaffected d20. Roll that unaffected the 20 roll. Investigation check and intelligence checks are to see if you know how to operate the staff. The d20 is to actually do it.
18.
What do you try? Remember, I just pick a number and then you see how close you get to it.
Alright.
Now, what is
I
the goal
want to
again?
push. I want to see more details on the eye, and I want to turn on the lightning ball.
I'm gonna say pick one.
I want to see the eye.
Okay, you see it again.
I want to push the memory. I want to see
You
more
see
of it.
a dark room, hanging wires, and you see this red, glassy eye, completely 100% a deep, reflective crimson. It's unblinking, it's perfectly circular. And then it's gone.
Abram says, Nyx, what are you doing?
There's an eye.
Where?
Another memory. Is it the same? Did I just see the same room?
No, but you saw one shockingly similar to it.
In the other side?
No, you look on the other side of the tower and you actually see the way that would have led here from the other tower.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Um,
There's two entrances
Do
into
you
this
know
room.
if the whatever you saw was that from 10 years ago, or are you seeing something recent?
DM.
I don't think you'd be able to tell.
I can't tell. Just
Alright, well, is there anything in this room that isn't, like, fried with, like, buns and shit?
Yeah, you see a console in the back area, but the console that seemed to be meant for interacting with a generator or this thing is completely destroyed. But you see other computers in the back, away.
I'm gonna go to those computers.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you need. You've already gotten into the inner sanctum, so you don't really need to make any more checks. You boot it on, and it does have power. And you look through the recordings, I suppose, and it seems that somebody was planning on generating a lot of power. And you see that this is a project for bringing warmth and life to this location. So it's not the entirety of Slow, not necessarily. You're looking at a map, and it seems to only be for the immediate, maybe, I don't know, 6 miles, 10 miles, not too big, just this riverside retreat area. And it's been run by Starlight Corporations, and they planned on doing this thing and seeing what they could do. But this isn't a power generator. This is a conduit. This is harnessing something else.
Can I?
Abram, the alarm.
Something went wrong. It was almost overloaded, and the entire facility had to go into lockdown. And power, where once was overflowing, suddenly they were no longer able to access, and they had no choice. No one else lived on this planet yet. They were just forced to go into cryostasis, and to be honest, it wasn't supposed to be that big a deal. Nobody seems to be referring to this with shock or horror, but for some reason, the rest of Starlight Corporations never came for them. They seem to be forgotten.
Hmm.
And so was this project.
Mhm.
Okay, well, so this thing in the middle was supposed to harness some kind of energy. It's not on, so maybe it wasn't ever a generator.
You hear a loud banging from down the hall. And I'm going to make Nyx roll a dexterity check, a dexterity save.
Oh, great! Here's where I die, fellas.
No. What are we supposed to do? Like, she's doing that, but God, what are we gonna do?
Okay,
Well-
Nyx, Abram, Aurelia, everybody in the room, Magnolia, you look down the hall and there's this bright red light, and it comes lancing up the river that has formed of this water, evaporating it instantaneously, and Nyx, it clips your arm.
Which one?
Which one?
Left one, you take 7 points of heat damage, and it melts part of your blue steel.
Oh my God.
It's this thick laser beam. It goes zoof and rises up through the air, and it seems to just completely cut through the blast doors. And it
Nyx.
rises up the generator as well, leaving this black scorch mark.
Nyx cries out in pain.
I don't think the Dromex can
her
do
arm.
that. Can they?
Nope.
Okay. That was Avery.
Yep. Probably.
You guys hear a thundering sound of engines revving up.
Alright, while they rev up their engines, what are we gonna do, guys?
I.
Die, I guess.
Well, I don't... Damn, did we...
Can that
is there...
teleport us?
Abram, roll perception check.
Okay. God.
I'm sorry, Aurelia, what was your
it's a
question?
teleport. Can the staff teleport us?
No, you're asking a lot of this thing. It's still a technological object. It's not just magic. That'd be silly. There's no such thing
Technology
as
can
magic.
teleport.
Abram,
He's got a point.
You
Yes.
notice that laser, as it cut through the water, also probably maybe cut through the floor. Water has begun to flow towards the flooring where this laser cut a ravine.
Uh-huh.
That's all you notice at the 11. And then you guys hear the thrusters, and you look back and you see this giant mechanical person squatting and like crouching to fit down this tall hallway, and wings ablaze with blue fire, and sparks coming up from the floor as its feet just like sled across the surface. And then it bursts into the room with a loud bang, and the engines immediately flip around forward, and you feel a concussive force nearly knock you guys over, but it's just stopping itself. And you are face to face with an Iron Wing.
Great.
In its arms is cradled a massive weapon with several barrels that spin ominously. A red visor is glowing with heat.
Nyx has the staff in front of her in defense, like defensive maneuver.
Real quick, guys, I don't remember. Did I test to see what the orb did near the staff, or did I take it out like earlier before?
You took it out earlier before the staff. You didn't take it out around the staff.
Okay, well, can I take it out now?
Sure, but in the meanwhile...
Nyx, what are you doing here?
Long story.
Yeah, I think so. Apparently you're mercenaries.
She glares at Aurelio.
You can tell him whatever you want.
Nyx, the captain wants me to arrest you, or at worst kill you.
Well,
I don't want to have to do either. Can you explain anything?
I hope so.
It's really difficult to explain, and I would so much want to tell you everything.
Well, then why don't you? Because, well, we don't have much time.
Abram?
Yeah.
You, presumably, you and Magnolia and Aurelio all kind of like waddle over through the water behind Nyx.
Yes,
and
we're
you
together.
subtly take out the orb. I guess roll a stealth check to see if Avery doesn't notice it. I'm not going to say it's hard. I just feel like it's something that is potentially...
Well, because all of his attention is on me, and I do have a plan to blurt something out right now.
Okay.
19.
It has everything to do with the Pavo Station tragedy.
That is upsetting. What have you gotten yourself wrapped up in?
I am the lone survivor of that tragedy.
Abram, you look down at this tiny little crack that you've made in the outer surface of this orb, and you see a churning black reflective surface, like looking down on a planet that's covered in thick clouds. And within it you see tiny rainbow auroras, like some kind of like black topaz, I think, or something, like black opal. Like it's got like a reflective sheen to it as well, and it's moving. The orb feels warm in your hands.
Oh god.
Sweet.
No.
Teleport us.
Blow
Teleport
off.
us. Teleport
gonna
us.
die.
Teleport us.
No, it's fine.
It does
Can't-
not get warmer as you get closer to the staff, however. But
Come
perhaps...
closer to the place of the eye. We'll cover for you.
Okay. I don't know, I guess I move closer to... Where did she see the eye? Like by the,
Sorry, I got that.
How do I... Alright, she just saw it in her head.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't have a location. She didn't look like a certain direction, and she was just kind of like staring at the I guess the staff, like at the ground, and just like saw an eye.
Okay, well, I informed Leo because Nyx is busy with Avery. I show him the incandescent blackness inside of the orb.
It's a very bright darkness.
Sweet.
What do we... Why is it doing that?
Well, it must be in the room that we're in, right? It does that whenever it's near. Put
Yes.
it near the electricity ball.
I can't get in it, but I can get closer to it.
I can get in.
You can't. It's attached to the ceiling. I get closer to it.
Spider
regardless.
monkey, you throw me up.
I move closer to the
I
fuse.
really want to pursue this thread. Please tell me everything that you do.
What, getting inside of it?
I want to know everything.
I don't know.
Throw me.
He wants to. I throw
Throw
him
me
into the glass.
throw me to a wire or
Roll an
something. that's
athletics
near
check
it.
if you really want to toss the monkey into this.
I don't know where
I'll
he's
bet
going
the-
because I don't know where
he's
there's
going
an
either.
entrance.
I want to go to something I can grab onto so I can climb into the ball.
DM, is there a way to get inside of the fuse? That's basically what we're trying to figure out.
I'm a small
you know
man,
what?
DM.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a perfectly normal piece of human machinery. There's like grates on the side. There's like a lot of handhold. It looks like something that you'd see like CERN.
Alright. fly 13.
All right, yeah. I guess Abram, you give him a good lift up off the ground. Aurelia, you jump up to
Yep.
basically wherever you want to be. If you were gonna go for the grate and try to unbuckle it and get inside, I'll go ahead. If you
Yeah.
just wanted to smash your face up against this glass ball,
No.
okay,
No.
I don't know what he wants to do, but I'm helping him.
sure.
Wait, you gave me the orb, right? So I can.
Well,
drink it
wait
on
until
in
you get up there, and then I'll throw it up to you.
there.
I
Okay,
guess.
cool.
Okay, I mean the grate's on the
Yeah, I
ground.
couldn't
I guess
open it.
with that 13, you just pop that grate right off with your sword, just think and crowbar it right off.
I can use my hand.
Fine, sure, you do it with your hands, you fucking Hulk.
Thank you.
Okay, so wait, I'm crawling through the grate, or I was
Sure,
throwing up.
take this
Or
orb.
Yeah,
I-
I mean I'm just giving
I
you
stuffed-
options, Rail. You can do whatever you want to do.
I stuffed the orb in and kind of propped the grate up, so maybe Avery
Okay,
didn't
yeah,
notice.
I'll crawl upwards like a spider monkey.
Okay, where
To
the
that
fuck
glass
is your
orb.
friend going next?
I just wave my hand and go, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." I go back again.
She legitimately shrugs. I have no idea.
Okay.
I just shrug.
They do whatever the heck they want. I'm just here for revenge.
That's a little unnerving, Nix. I don't know how the ISF wronged you in the past, but I swear it wasn't a part
And
of
what? It
No,
wasn't
not against the ISF. Okay, good. Yeah, they hate Lunars.
It's the Red
Abram.
Wing.
Yeah.
The
Is
red.
it the Red Wing? Yes.
The
The
Red,
red
Star.
star.
The Red Star.
red
It was the Iron
star?
Wing.
Yeah, I've heard of a ghost ship. What does that have to do with the Pavo station?
They destroyed my entire home. All of my family, all of my friends. I am the last one. And they almost destroyed a station near Sargasso again.
Nix,
I want to.
I hate to
I want-
break it to you, but if you're talking about Sirius Station, they just got a pirate attack a few days ago.
You're correct.
They weren't pirates.
You're telling me that the Red Star, the ghost story of the Flying Dutchman, is responsible for apparently destroying 1/4 of Sirius Station.
Yeah.
Destroyed?
Nix, there was a lot of people wounded. I don't know if there's any casualties or not, but yeah. Pirates attacked Sirius Station a few days ago.
She pinches the bridge of her nose and she just shakes her head.
But why? What does that have to do with here?
She looks at Abram and Aurelio like, can I, please?
Aurelia was crawling through the vents.
Then
He's not wasting any time.
Yeah, he's busy. But
Well-
Abram...
Okay.
What, yes?
No. You guys gotta go first. Trust me.
Okay, I was just gonna say, Abram looks at her and he... I don't care if Avery hears, but he is kind of quiet. He's just like, if you think you can trust Avery, I don't see why you shouldn't tell him. It's the captain I'm worried about. His captain, Yusuf.
Abram, you look down the hall and you do see 2 drill mechs walking, and you do see a figure with a beret proudly strutting through the water behind. It'll be seconds before they're in this room.
Alright, and then Avery's like... I mean, Abram is like, if there's anyone you can convince, it's probably Avery.
Avery, I trust you. I don't know why, I just do. But your captain is compromised.
Roll persuasion. He says to his radio microphone.
he somberly says, well, persuasion.
He's just like, "You're right, roll it."
I'm afraid!
Nice.
18!
I don't really know how you can possibly read the body language of a war machine, but the engines whir and it shifts to look backwards, and it takes its eyes off you.
She just watches him.
Explain fast.
I saw an email from Dr. Gerard explaining that his motives are not part of what the ISF wants, and the captain stopped that email from reaching the higher-ups. I know because I hacked into his computer.
Why would he go radio silent against the ISF command?
Let me go back into my notes here, excuse me.
He's plagued by the voice of God. Apparently.
He mentioned that he was plagued by the voice of God.
Well, that's something.
And
He's got his own agenda, Avery.
he has his own agenda, and I can't. I'm really sorry, Avery. I know how much duty means to you, But you need to trust me on this one.
The Iron Wing's head, with its its own ear wing things, turns back to you. Aurelio, you're standing inside of a roughly 20-foot diameter, gigantic, cylindrical. It's mostly shaped like an hourglass. You're in the bottom of it. You are actually you're standing on the rim of a pit. In front of you is a tremendously thick iron chain, and around it is snaking all these different cables and these hugely thick power lines that are heading straight up and plugging into outlets and conduits and fuses all around you. And there's 100 million switches and buttons.
Let's see. So I'm in it.
Oh, you're in it.
So it's a pit?
Yeah.
Or the wires all throughout the pit?
Do you want to look down?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll perception.
Yeah. 5.
You look down, and you don't have much space to work with, so you just kind of gently lean your nose over and look down, following this chain as it looks straight down, and you see other chains that connect to the singular chain that goes down and down, and you're looking into a massive, gigantic room, so big that you cannot see the edges of. And from the ceiling, you are technically above the ceiling, so looking in is kind of weird, but you see waterfalls of where all these vortexes in the room above are descending down into, and you see water running all around the floor, and you see, from this angle it's hard to tell, but you see some gigantic structure suspended from this chain. Hundreds of cables lead from it.
DM.
Okay.
DM, you lost me. I'm in the orb in the room that we were in.
You're in the base of the giant generating tower, supposedly.
Right.
And
that was in the room that we were in.
There's just a fucking hole in it, and it sounds as ridiculous as it is.
And it just goes down forever?
It goes down until it's too dark for you to see, which is about 50 feet.
Does the chain go all the way down?
The chain is connected to something. Something. It's just a monolithic stone-like thing.
At the bottom of the chain.
At the bottom of the chain. It's about 50
Okay.
feet down. It's just swinging in blackness.
And I'm at the top of it, where there's a bunch of wires.
It's weird. You're standing in what appears to be a NASA capsule, a spaceship capsule with a bunch of buttons all around. The floor is just gone of it, and it goes down into this thing.
How's the orb reacting, Jesse?
Thank you.
You look down and you see beautiful swirling lights and a dark atmosphere clouding its surface.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it up to the wires first to see what it does.
Nothing happens.
I assume I have to go down.
Good luck with
Okay, this is me talking to you guys. So I have the radio still on me.
Yeah, you can also just stick your head out and talk to them. You're only 5
really?
feet. Yeah, you're only 5 feet away from me, just separated by very thin wall of this generating thing. You didn't go anywhere really.
Oh, I can stick my head out?
Yeah,
can they
sure.
see me? Is it glass?
What? No, they can't. It's solid, but you came in through a grate, so you can just poke your head through that grate. You didn't go down an air duct or anything.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm gonna start
afraid
drawing pictures soon.
I'm afraid of being stopped is the issue from going back in.
By who?
Because Yusef was coming? And the
Yeah,
other robot?
We'll kill him. That's fine.
Okay.
Just poke your head out.
Yeah, I'm poking my head out and I kind of whisper it to you guys because I don't want to be too loud about what I see, and I'm I'm gonna go down there.
How are you gonna get down?
Chain. I'm gonna climb the chain down. It's huge. So
Abram almost looks like he wants to stop him, but then he realizes it's Aurelio, and if anyone can climb down a chain, it's him.
Oh, man. Aurelio,
Trust.
as the GM, I want to make you aware of how dangerous the thing is that you're about to do.
I have full health.
Is there another way down?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go look for another way down. But if you said the chain was massive, though, it was thick with 2 C's.
Pretty thick, but it's also kind of wet.
Yeah. But I climb it with my shoes off, you know, so the sole isn't like
Yeah,
slippery.
yeah, I'll let you go for it. Just don't fuck up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay. Goodbye,
yeah.
Aurelio.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna look for another way just to make sure, but yeah.
Okay.
Here we got everybody. I got like a very loose representation of what's going on, and you are not going to the right page yet. Now you are going to the right page.
Okay, why'd you...
Oh my god.
There I am.
There
That's
you
my
are.
boy.
That's what you're standing in. You're standing in just like a
Okay.
tiny fucking room, and like right there is a little grate that you just like step through. Like there it is.
Yay.
And then there's just a hole.
Cool. Yeah. I imagine I don't need the staff to go down, right? Because like I wouldn't be able to climb that well with the staff. Do we want the staff and the orb to go together or no?
I think it's at this point that I'm afraid time has run out.
I
Captain,
think it's just the orb anyway. Don't worry.
Okay, you keep the staff.
Captain
Yeah.
Yusuf
Protected.
comes walking through the room, and behind him are the two other drill mechs. One manned by Luigi, the other one manned by a furious Veronica. Tracy is walking behind.
Yeah, can I roll for stealth just so they don't know I'm like in
Yes,
this
you
room?
can. Yes, you can. I was just about to ask that. Silas is walking behind as well. He seems to be carrying like medical equipment. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody else. Tracy, Veronica,
22.
the captain. Avery
Nice.
is in the iron mech that you're watching directly ahead of you, and it seems to just be like surveying things. You know what? I'm gonna do one quick retcon. Yusuf is actually riding on top of the undamaged drill mech.
Badass.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's standing up above, and Luigi is in the cockpit. There, you can see him through the glass, and he looks very scared and confused. He steps
Nyx
forward.
looks very defensive.
He steps forward and he looks at you, and everything is silent for a moment as everyone stares at one another. I believe, Aurelio, you can. Nobody sees you. If you want to hang out and just like listen for a minute, it might be a good idea.
I do. I
Okay.
want to do that.
That's fine. I just didn't want to have you guys. I didn't want to have you separate at a moment where you're like, "Fuck! I wish I was still there."
I want to know.
Yeah. Everyone looks around for a moment. Luigi's like biting his fingernails. The mech is kind of like wobbling, and like the captain looks at you too, and I guess Magnolia is there too. I don't have an icon for, unfortunately.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Is Magnolia gonna stay? Or okay.
She's
I was
just
gonna ask if
behind
Magnolia
Abram.
was going with me or not, but
I
no.
don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I've been like in the room with me to hide from stuff.
No, she's just
hiding
behind us.
Abram
Okay.
and Nyx.
Okay, cool,
Nyx,
cool.
you're like standing a little bit farther forward to the other two, like with your staff up, like a defensive mother duckling. And he looks at you. I believe I told you three to stay behind.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
It's my business.
No, I believe it's my business. You're standing on top of my discovery.
Doesn't have your name on it.
Doesn't have yours either.
Technically, we got here first, so it's our discovery.
The captain opens up a hatch in the drill mech, and then climbs down into the cockpit, and then rests a hand on Luigi's shoulder. Nyx, I believe your name was.
Yes.
Yes, you and your other fools are going to move. Stand aside.
Tell me why you're so goddamn interested in this thing. First.
Because it's the discovery of a lifetime, and it doesn't belong in your mongrel hands.
That's not what your journal said.
And now you're reading my journal now, huh? You're sounding more and more like spies by the minute.
Wingus.
How do I know that you weren't sent by some other faction? By the Mondenans, or the Daybreakers, or Lunaris even?
Think we work for any of those people?
I think you can work for any one of them. Maybe all of them at once.
My business is my own. Nothing more, nothing less.
You see him tap Luigi's shoulder, and he gets up, and then the captain sits down in the cockpit, and the drill mech steps forward.
She says, "Take anything you want from me. I have nothing left anyways."
You see its fist clench. Nyx, stand aside, or I will make you move. That is mine.
If you're gonna kill me anyways, I'd rather you address me by my proper name, Sima Arzella. And you're gonna have to make me move.
It raises up its fist and swings it directly at your chest, Nyx.
She doesn't move.
You hear a loud thundering bang as the knuckles and arm of this gigantic robot, 15 feet wide, with a huge amount of servos meant specifically for crushing rock, it shatters its own hand on your staff, which does not move, bend, yield, break. It does nothing.
The chosen one!
That's so awesome.
The chosen one!
This staff is
Ready to die.
it is immovable. It does not ever show any sign of yielding to this pressure, and the arm completely shatters. A servo explodes in the shoulder.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
The vibrations that you felt again in your arms and in your eyes, they cease, and all of a sudden you feel warmth radiating from this staff, like it's chosen you, like you've proven something.
I am the chosen one.
Nice.
You feel
I've
an
never been
electrical
happier.
energy
I
running
know.
up your arm, and 1,000 lightning bolts jump between the fins that have folded forward, waiting.
She points the staff at him. I dare you to try that again.
Next, you feel a rush of energy coming from you and into the staff, and if you choose to let it go, you feel like you will annihilate something. You don't completely understand exactly what it is that you are wielding right now, but you feel a force that is ready to be released.
The mechs have legs, right?
Yes, they do.
I want to use the energy to lob off their legs so they're immobile.
Roll 8d6.
God.
Easy.
I don't want to kill anyone. I want to make this clear. I just
Understood.
want to immobilize the mechs.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm emotional.
The mech takes 33 points of lightning damage as a thunderbolt emits from the head of this staff and sears through the armor of this drill mech, almost completely just destroying its legs. It crumples face first and shatters on the ground, spilling the captain face first into the water alongside Luigi.
Oh, poor Luigi.
Captain, no.
But
Luigi
you,
Doesn't say that.
but you feel drained. You feel empty, and you feel that will not happen again.
The staff is now useless.
No,
No,
I
I,
did
think
not
you just
say
expended
that.
a spell slot.
I expended a spell slot.
It's quivering, and it is emitting a high-pitched whining sound as you've just released a thunderbolt from it. But you still wield a tremendous amount of power now that this artifact has chosen you.
I'm so excited.
That's so cool.
I don't think you understand. I'm like blown away.
That was pretty fucking cool.
She stares at the captain.
The captain slowly begins to push him off. His face, his beret has fallen, and his crew-cut hair is revealed, and he's fishing it out of the water as he pushes himself up, and he looks at you with this furiosity like a rabid animal.
This thing packs quite a punch, doesn't it?
You filthy animal.
Says the one on the ground.
Abram, you look around and you see all the other people, and they just look uncomfortable. Even Veronica is like starting to like look taken aback, like this is something that they haven't seen before, and they were never expecting from their captain.
Nyx doesn't have the staff pointed at anyone. She's lay down your weapons. I have reason to believe your captain is compromised.
They all look at each other. Roll persuasion.
Can I add to that?
Yeah. Have advantage.
His ideals are not the ideals of the ISF. He blocked an outgoing message from Dr. Gerard asking for assistance.
That's a perception roll. Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. Whoops.
And you have advantage.
Super glad that was a... Okay, so I can roll that twice.
Yes. I don't... Unless, I mean, it saves time to just use the native built-in Roll20 roll twice feature, but I like the feeling of having the second roll show up and the excitement involved with it.
15.
The second drill mech that has been damaged by you, piloted Veronica, just takes like a step to the side. Avery's Iron Wing hasn't moved. It's just been kneeling down like on the sidelines, just like watching, featureless. Luigi's just like barely coming to. Silas, he didn't even have any weapons. Tracy like holsters her gun and puts on her pouty face. The captain looks around and he stands up and draws a pistol and fires at you.
No!
And then you hear a ping, ping, ping as it ricochets off the wrist of Avery's Iron Wing that has stepped in front of you to block the shots. And then the arm sweeps up and smashes into the torso of Captain Youssef, sending him flying 20 feet.
Oh my god.
And splashing into the water behind, and his pistol goes flying somewhere.
Nyx just looks at Avery.
The Iron Wing turns and looks at you and then stands a little bit straighter.
And then she looks back to the group.
Nobody's moved. Nobody's done anything. Silas begrudgingly goes over to the captain and looks like he's beginning to administer some kind of first aid. But he doesn't look happy about it.
I suggest putting him in restraints until we get back to the base.
Noted, sweetheart. What happened to Gerard?
He should still be at the station.
No, we didn't see him on the way out. I was the last one to go. I thought he'd be here.
I'm not sure then.
Nyx, be quick.
What am I doing?
With whatever we need to do.
Alright.
I
Oh!
was gonna say, where's our boy?
Where's our boy?
Your boy is about 20 feet below you,
Great.
swinging on an iron
Yeah,
chain.
can I step into the area and look down?
By all
Tell him to
means.
be quick.
Can I get eyes on him?
Oh yeah, you see him. He looks up at you, and what do you do, Aurelio?
Oh! How'd it go?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Aurelio.
I'll be done in like 5 minutes.
Nyx yells, "Be quick about it!"
Yeah.
Nyx, he's about 20 feet down a chain. I can't see the bottom. I'm not sure what he's going for, but I hope it works.
So do I.
Aurelio, you get farther and farther down the train, about 30 feet, and now you're so close to this monolithic thing beneath
Can I
you.
shine my flashlight down for him?
Sure.
Okay, I
Don't
give him a
surprise me, Abram.
I just turned the flashlight, to face downwards so we can see what he's climbing towards, hopefully.
Aurelio, you now can see, now that you're lower and with light, you look down, you see that there's indeed water below and a lot of surfaces to walk around. Some pools look deep enough so that if you were to jump and fall in, perhaps you could break your fall. And yeah, but who knows how you get back up. But you look, and the thing that is connected singularly to this chain has 1,000 cables plugged into it, but a lot of them have fallen and they're just swinging very slowly far beneath you. And it's just this bone white structure. It seems almost stone-like, but it
I know
must be
something like
metal.
that.
and it's got like a more rectangular shape as you look at it from above, but it narrows as it gets down toward its end. This chain is very crudely attached to it through a break in its skin. Rather than being built into this, it's just been like pierced on.
Is it like pendulum shaped?
No.
Okay.
It's actually more like cross-shaped.
Religious fanatics.
It's got a lot more harsh angles than a pendulum would. At least the kind that I'm picturing of. You look very closely and you see it running along its ivory-like surface, these thin lines of gold.
Is it like wide enough on the top that I can stand on it?
Most certainly, but are you sure you want to touch it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you step off the chain and you're standing on it.
I want to be clear. I'm holding on to the chain.
That's fine. It's
I'm
good.
just
That's
standing
good
on it.
because the arms of this cross are actually lopsided. They tilt haphazardly, higher on one side and leaning and sloping downwards on the other. So it's hard footing. But you're standing and you look and you see like the ends of the arms and the top and the bottom. It looks like there was like a break. It doesn't look like it was built this way on purpose. It looks like it's suffered damage, wear and tear. The edges are frayed. It looks dull here and there, and you feel a vague warmth as you stand on it. Cables run all
I'm
the
a
way up the
religious
cable and
man.
down.
I do like myself a cross.
Mhm.
I want to pull out the orb.
Okay.
See how it's doing.
Okay. You look at it, and instead of having this dark, cloudy blackness, the closer that you get it to this thing, the more and more, almost like a chameleon, it's making its outer surface look like the surface of this thing. Becoming white with gold lines and whatnot. However, once again, you're just looking through the one tiny little square inch that you've cracked open.
Yeah. Hey, Abram.
Yes.
I want to crack this open more. Is it cool with you?
I assume you have a reason for doing so, so yes.
Okay. I kind of associate it as Abram's orb, so
I understand.
I need permission. I wanna crack it open.
Roll a
Bust it open.
strength check. Not athletics, not strength. It's just a d20 plus your strength, whatever it is.
10.
Okay, yeah, like a seagull trying to crack open a shell. You just start pounding it against the surface of this cross.
Against the cross.
Yeah. It's
Great
somewhat
mythical
sacrilegious.
thing I found.
It's okay. It doesn't really look like the Fisher imagery that you grew up with, so it's not like super sacrilegious to you.
Okay.
And you gradually try to break away the marble, and slowly, you reveal the inner orb, and it's got a similar gold band running around its equator and two hemispheres, and the one is mimicking the surface of this gigantic swinging. It's swinging gently as you climbed down. You generated the swinging, as it's not swinging naturally. It's seemingly trying to mimic the surface and texture of this cross thing.
Now the gold, does it mimic like longitude and latitude lines?
On the orb?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not concentric rings. It'll like go around for like 50 degrees of latitude, and then it'll just go up like an inch, and then it'll start going back the other way, and then it'll go up again after a while. Always in like 90 degrees, but maintaining a more linear pattern. And there's several channels of gold that just are wrapping around here and there.
Does it look like a maze? Like that kind of thing?
In familiarity, but not in the DM is giving you a clue.
No, yeah, I was just wondering like what it looks like more.
Somewhat like a maze. It doesn't look like it's meant to be solved. It's just a pattern is forming on it. Yeah. Now you're fairly close to the ground. Now to think about it, you're probably about 35 feet up.
I want.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Can you repeat that?
I want to get on the ground.
Okay. Roll one more acrobatics check for me.
What kind? Like just
acrobatics. Yeah, you may or may not be proficient in it. I don't know.
if I'm proficient, wait.
What? Just yeah, it's a
But
stack
if
of.
I'm
It's,
proficient in Dex,
No.
am I proficient? Okay,
No,
I
you're
wasn't.
sorry, I didn't realize. No, it's just a okay. Yeah,
13.
you throw yourself over the side of it and you like hug the cross as close as you can, but it's very wide, so it's not easy to get your arms around it. Just like your fingertips.
Oh, it's like hugging Abram.
It's like hugging a very harsh stone object. Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah.
And you slide down, and about halfway down, you are looking dead ahead at the center of this cross, and there's this tremendous red glossy eye.
Ah, hello.
Oh shit.
I kind of like scream. And
Just
then I go,
below,
hello.
below it, and to the left is another slightly smaller glossy eye, and all around it, rather than formed like a face, you see like several eyes, maybe a half dozen in all, haphazardly placed around this thing, built into it. The channels of gold go from one to another, splitting off where they need to, and it's just like it's just the way it is. White ivory surface, gold veins, red eyes. It dangles haphazardly from the singular chain that keeps it suspended, that keeps it restrained.
I see now. Like a whole orb in it or anything?
No, there's no awaiting orifice.
Okay, I say hello as I'm grabbing onto it. Damn.
You say hello.
Oh, okay, it doesn't do anything back? It doesn't blink?
Nope. It's
I poke the eye.
Okay, you poke the eye, it feels like glass.
Okay, so they're like decorations, kind of.
Hopefully.
That's what Aurelia was thinking. He's like, oh, sweet. Okay, do I see... Oh. You said that the wires, some of them were like unplugged from it or whatever?
Yeah, it seems that time has just slowly eroded away this facility's grasp, and wires are hanging out of this thing, almost like intestines.
And I put them back in.
I don't think that you could, given the amount of time that you're spending doing this.
Yeah.
Also, wait, hold on.
Guess...
Let me be very specific. The wires seem to be not of the same construction. The wires that you're seeing are the same that you've been seeing all over the Starlight facility. It seems like they're coming down to meet this thing rather than having come out of this thing up. It seems like they've plugged a bunch of stuff into it.
Oh! You said it was a giant cross, right?
Similarly, a little lopsided, but...
I want to get on the ground.
Okay, you get down to the bottom, and then you let go.
Yeah.
And then you splash against the ground with a loud thud, and you're about knee-deep in water. All around you are some waterfalls coming from the ceiling downwards.
You said there were some places to stand, though, right?
Yeah, there's some stone, actually, that comes up out of the ground, forming platforms.
Yeah, I'm climb on that.
Okay. You're looking...
I want to take out my scrying bones facing towards the thing.
Okay.
I don't have a staff I don't have a magical staff.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of which, I'm going to take a moment while you do the scrying bones to come back to Abram and Nyx. What are you two doing up here?
Oh, poor Abram just heard a splash and then silence.
He's dead. No. What is Nyx doing? Because Abram's just kind of waiting for her to finish with what? Well,
Nyx is, for all intents and purposes, done like trying to convince these guys, and she's just kind of.
Well, they're basically waiting for us now. They've given us a chance.
Yeah, she's not looking like super duper amazing. She is exhausted.
They still don't know I'm here, right?
Who? Oh yeah, I don't think
any of the other people.
Well, Avery was
I'll
like,
let you
"Where's
know
your
that
friend going?"
Avery definitely knows that you are.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
but like no one else knows.
I guess not, but at the same time, I don't know if there's any reason not to have them know. But I guess yeah, Avery definitely knows, and he has no reason not to tell anybody else. If you're wondering about secrets.
Nah, just wondering.
Okay.
Okay, well then, out of character, Nyx, our options are talk to these people, or I don't know, somehow get down to where Aurelio is.
I mean, is he good by himself, or?
Well, you have the staff, which might be useful.
Nyx is gonna go over, and she's gonna shout down. Can I come down there with the staff?
I think you're the only one who can use it properly. It shocked him last time you tried.
You're the one that said you could see the eyes, right?
Yeah. Why?
I see a lot of eyes. But give me like this is like before he starts scrying, I guess. So he's gonna be like, give me a couple minutes though. I'm gonna go radio silent. Don't disturb me.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me know when you want me to come down there.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
just let me know when I'm done so I can let her know.
Understandable.
And she's just kind of like leaning against the tubey pillar thing.
should we tell Avery about the orb?
Don't freak him out too much.
She's gonna go. Should we?
I don't see what. Honestly, I don't know what the big secret is half the time. Lunaris wants it. I don't.
Well, apparently it drove the captain insane.
Yusef would want it. Avery probably would be like, okay.
Yusef is fucking out right now.
It drove him
Unconscious.
insane.
Oh,
He
yeah.
heard the voice from it and he went like batshit. So
Yeah, he
might
heard
nuts, though.
something. I don't know what he heard, if it was the staff or this cross, or if it was the orb itself that spoke to him.
dude, could you imagine if it was a cross and it was like, take me out of it?
Well, it's reacting with the orb, so it might be of
Hmm.
the same origin
Yeah,
in some way.
demons.
Yeah, demons. Okay, well,
Well, Nyx is gonna go over to Avery and she's gonna say, "So that coffee date is canceled, I guess."
Oh, yeah, about that. I think I'm gonna have to give you a rain check until this all gets sorted out. I just punched my captain.
yeah, well, he kind of had it coming.
He did kind
He
of have it.
processed
He did
near
kind of
the
have it coming. Silas, is he okay?
Silas looks back at him and just shrugs.
Turns out he's not actually medically trained at all.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine. I kind of figured as much.
Nix, I don't know exactly what you're doing here and all that, and to be honest, it wasn't really like I believe in whatever cause you've got going on. He's gone AWOL, and I can justify my actions with that alone. I don't know what you're up to, and frankly, I would like to know.
I want to tell you everything, but the less you know, the less danger you're probably going to be in the long run.
And
But I can tell you that it does have something to do with my station being destroyed.
So you're telling me the Red Star destroyed your station? I'll believe that. Someone had to do it.
It was not great.
Yeah, I'll bet that they just saw it as another thing that they could destroy, just like what happened at that place in Verclides a few years back, too.
The Clitties? What happened there?
Abram, your ears prick up.
yes, he is. He's watching them talk.
There was some town out on the ice wastes, and pirates just came through and wiped it out, just the same way that Bravo Station was taken out. It was only about 5 years after Bravo Station, too. Pirates is getting more and more wild these days. I'm sorry that you had to be a victim of it.
Abram is scowling, although Nyx cannot see it. Because she's not facing him.
No. I don't know who is a part of the Red Star, but they are definitely going to pay for taking everything.
Well,
And
don't
she kind of like motions to her arm and eye.
get yourself killed on a grudge match.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Alright.
I mean, she like holds up the staff and she's like, I don't think this thing will let me die.
Yeah, about that. What the fuck?
I don't know. She
I mean, I suppose technically we're supposed to take that from you considering it's a weapon, but there's no way in fucking hell that I'm going to attempt to.
I mean, you saw what happened when he tried. I definitely don't want the same thing to happen to you.
Yeah, I guess we're down a drill neck, huh?
Yeah. Also,
Aurelia, roll.
oh god.
What am I rolling?
Religion.
Persuasion.
Nope.
Oh.
You can't use charisma to talk to gods. Not this time. Maybe later.
That seems very Aurelia. But yes.
Nix, I don't know if I'm gonna see you again, but I guess it's been fun.
You have my email.
Yeah, and actually, no, I don't.
And the Iron Wing just like fucking stares at every single other person in the fucking room, and everyone averts their eyes.
What happened?
I do not have your email, and I have no way to communicate with the person who was responsible for all this destruction at all. If my seniors were to
Wink,
ask.
wink.
Do you understand, Nix?
Sorry, half of it cut out.
He has your email, but he's saying that he doesn't because everyone can hear him saying that he has communications with this person.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And she says,
Hey. Wait.
Hmm?
Yeah, this is First Air Lieutenant Avery. You're in orbit?
What?
Who sent you?
Oh God.
oh.
Next. What have you done? Wait, this could be good. Maybe they're coming to take him.
Yes, Dr. Gerard sent. I'm afraid he's not here right now.
Oh no.
Yes, the Iron Ring is deployed at the center of the mountain. I'm afraid that there was a situation with the captain. I'm afraid he went AWOL and led us into a ruin. Yes, I'll give you a full report when you get down here. Is Captain Gerard going to be present for this?
Captain?
I see.
Captain Gerard? Wait, was he a captain?
Rank up.
Oh no.
Hey, you guys should go.
Yeah.
We're a bit busy, Abram says.
Oh.
From your thing.
Tell Aurelio to
Aurelio?
hurry. Aurelio!
You had a
You never answered. No, I
No, I told you fucking religion.
No,
Motherfucker.
No, I asked you if I got advantage because he's a religious person all the
No.
time. Well, you need to answer. You didn't answer
Oh
that.
my god. Yeah, well, you could advantage. You could add another roll. You could have rolled anyway. I could have been thinking all this time.
Oh my goodness.
Roll. 0 success.
That was the wrong. That was an equal sign.
That's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
It's fine, it's fine,
Foreshadowing.
Don't worry about it. But you,
Easy.
I think that in order to receive an answer, you
I
first
take the
must
16?
formulate a question.
Okay. Okay. So I look at these scrying bones. I look up at the cross.
Make it a good question.
Yeah. Can I consult my teammates?
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
Okay. Let me consult my.
Phone a friend. Okay.
I didn't know this was gonna be a quiz.
What are we gonna? What should we ask the monument?
I was thinking like
Where do we go from here?
no, because we have two other places that we know we can go.
Well, that's true.
I think you guys
Like,
got plenty of options, and now you've
Should
got
I ask
Rosemary.
it like what is it or what
What its purpose is?
I want to know what the
Yeah.
purpose is.
Okay.
No, what's its purpose?
I'm gonna ask what its purpose is.
What a complicated question.
I mean, is it really though?
Aurelio, give me a moment. Give me
No
a moment.
problem. I can wait for the judge.
Okay. Okay. I think I understand.
I'm so afraid.
Aurelio, you throw the bones,
I do,
and
yeah.
you flub one. It skips down the water, down the rock's edge, down to the water, and you go, oh fuck, and go to recover it, and you follow the bone into the water, and you see actually a dead animal. You see a dead mud puppy. And it's very unfortunate and very sad, and maybe you do the sign of the fishers in order to appease its soul as it goes into the beyond. But it's covered in a mold that's pure white.
That doesn't same fucking mold. That was on the rabbit.
And
Can I take the mud puppy up with me?
you
I wouldn't touch that.
you can touch the mud puppy if you want.
I mean, Aurelio doesn't care.
Sure.
It might spread to you and kill you.
All right, yeah, you pick it up.
That's just
Sure,
one thing.
you give it to
Don't die,
Scripps.
please.
You have it's a mud puppy's carcass, and it's covered in a white mold. And you look around this room, and you see floating so thinly, so weakly that you would never be able to tell without possibly having the advantage of a light source beaming down above you from Abram. And you see in that light beam, you just see hundreds of those spores.
See, I'm covered in it anyways.
White spores.
Oh, yeah, you're dying anyway. Alright, I got you.
And you look on this thing, I don't even know what you want to call it, but it is also covered in this.
Oh, that's why it's white?
No, it's natively white.
Okay, it's Caucasian. Got it.
Yeah, it's Caucasian. And I think that the bones might be done. I guess I'll remind you of this fact that the facility has been powered this entire time. And it sure as hell wasn't from that generator upstairs. And here is something with a whole bunch of cables plugged into it. I think that's all that the bones can offer you. This 30-foot tall, lopsided cross, hanging by a singular chain, just stares at you blankly.
I wonder if the orb
Okay.
can suck all the power out of it.
Yeah, I mean, because the orb sucks power, so maybe this is like, it's like the opposite.
Oh my god, what if the orb is hungry? It's trying to eat all of these power sources.
Well, the orb is only getting power because it wanted to relay a message.
Yeah, maybe it's got a really fucking big message.
Oh yeah,
But-
maybe this cross has a giant message.
I don't know, let it eat it.
Let the orb eat it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that-
what I would do.
Alright.
Oh wait, whoa.
Beast!
Uh-huh.
The red star though. The red star.
It's coming anyway, what about it?
It's gonna come.
It's gonna just come through the wall.
It's gonna kill us all.
It
I
is.
wanna...
Mira did warn you that whenever you give the orb too much power,
Oh, yeah.
it emits a signal that can be traced, and she does not know how it is being traced, considering the light only can travel so fast.
Well,
I don't wanna doom this planet.
yeah. I
But
wanna give.
I wanna further the story.
I want to exactly. I don't want to have to run off the planet again, but I don't want to like not do this thing. Sad.
Do you wanna stick the staff down here?
You might as well.
Also, I wanted to try to take one of the eyes out of the thing to see if I could, just so I could see if like,
Yeah, I guess we're walking back
Yeah,
and
me
jump
feel
back
me.
up on it.
yeah.
Oh my god, your voice.
What do I roll? Avery, what do I roll?
Acrobatics, Avery says. Yeah, Avery's just like chill. I guess the Iron Wing has just like sat down. It has no need to just be like flying around the room. It's just like chilling.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Aurelio to figure out this cross.
8.
Yeah, okay. You grab on just barely by your fingertips and just like hoist yourself up. You got some good upper body strength. Why
Plus,
not?
I'm pretty light.
Yeah, that's sure. Yeah, you're up there. You're back on it. You can climb around it however you see fit.
I want to climb up to the eyes.
Okay. And then what?
I want to hold the orb. Like, you know how like when you held the orb really close to the cross, it turned the cross.
Yeah.
I want to hold it up really close to the eye.
Okay. You do so. Let me think about this.
Do I have like Soren's eye with me now?
It feels warm. They both feel warm. Their heat both seem to be raising ever so slightly to match one another. as if they're calling and answering from one another.
Oh,
Weird.
And then
No, I pulled it away. No,
it's
I'm not
too
dealing with
late.
this planet.
It is
No.
it is too fucking late. You actually hear this though with your ears. You hear coming from the cross, seek power at light's end.
No! I actually shout this at the... No!
Do we all hear it, or is
Yep.
it just Aurelia? Okay. Does anyone else hear it?
I punch the
Everyone looks
cross.
around them as if they're looking for the source of that sound.
Okay.
I punch the cross. Can I pull an eye out of it?
You sure, bro? Roll an attack action.
Shit. Abram says.
Do I add anything to it?
Yeah, strength.
Okay.
Not a negative. If you have a negative strength and unarmed, you don't have to just roll the d20, I guess, if you don't have any strength.
3!
Okay. You punch it, and then you are immediately bodily repelled from the cross.
Yeah,
Oh my
figured.
god.
You are
Alright,
thrown
cool.
against the stone, and you take
It's the
2
same thing.
points of bludgeoning damage.
That's fine.
Ugh.
Okay. It's definitely the same thing. I shout up at Abram.
Okay.
Nick says to Avery, if you're ever encountered by the red star, get out of there.
Will do. What the fuck was that?
You will be. I done fucked
You will
up.
be soon. Aurelia, how are you gonna get out of there?
I did
Is
that.
it-
What did that just come from inside that generator? Nix, can you
Yes.
can you please step aside so I can look? So
She
we
does.
can all look?
Can I radio Nick?
Yeah?
Yeah, but we have the radio up here.
We're all
Let's
on
go.
the same
Hey,
side.
Nix, I fucked up. Nix.
What'd you do?
I held the orb out, and then the cross is like, hungry, and then it started talking, and then I punched it to figure out if it was the same as the orb, and it is, and I'm on the ground, my back hurts, and I don't know how to get
Aurelio,
up.
you feel so warm.
I
You
am.
feel
What's the
so
orb doing?
hot.
Nick,
What is the orb doing?
It's
I am hot.
swirling with a black cloud shimmering with a rainbow aura, turquoise,
It-
red,
it's-
orange.
Me sweaty, Nick. Me
Me
sweat.
sweaty.
Aurelio, you sit up and look around you. The water is boiling.
I need to get up before I am
Avery.
cooked lobster.
Avery, can you get down there and retrieve Aurelia?
Get down where? What the hell is going on in there? It's just a
I-
tiny
I-
glass room.
I screamed.
Get down there and
Help.
get Aurelio.
Nix, Avery politely tries to step around you.
Nyx is gonna move. Just
Okay.
gonna move over here.
Cool. Abram, he tries to, get his hand, in that grate, and he's like, can you please step aside? Thanks.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Thank you, buddy. And
Then he reaches his hand in to the grate, and then rips it in half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Folding back the
Abram's
metal.
just standing there waiting.
Yeah, okay. And then when it stops a little bit, you see the eyes start to heat up, and then it blasts a laser beam through the generator. And
Oh
then
no,
it-
did he hit
Nyx's
the
jaw
chain?
is currently
no,
on
no.
the
Chain.
floor.
well, he might have. Let's see.
There's no way up if we did.
Her jaw is to the floor. Just
Yeah, he shot the laser beam, and it went straight through the chain.
God damn it!
Hey, Aurelio, you watch in horror as a cutting
I'm gonna
happens
get
from up
crushed.
above, and then this gigantic cross just slowly falls to the ground and embeds itself in the dirt below, and it's just sitting half submerged in boiling water.
Can I make a running jump to stand on top of it?
It just tried to force you off. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, but I tell it, I say, I need help. Both physically
No.
and emotionally.
What?
I talk to it again. I'm like holding Aurelia does the little father pray sign, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Sign of
And
the cross.
Yeah, I am, man. And and he looks at it and he gets down on his knees like he was taught to do when he was a child, and he holds his hand up in a prayer, and he just goes he starts praying to his God, and then he looks at the cross and he holds up the orb and he goes, "Please let me pass."
Cease.
I will not, Aurelio says. I have stuff that I have to do. I have things that I still need to do
Avery
in my
looks
life.
it down and goes, "What the fuck?"
Aurelio's just arguing with stone, and he's just like, I have places I am going, I have
Do you need me to
adventures
get your
left.
friend?
Aurelio, are you ready to come up? It looks like you're having some trouble.
I can't get up. Avery.
Yes, I'm sending Avery down. Stop praying. Stand up.
Avery, the Iron Wing steps back, takes a few steps away, and then the light from its visor again emits, and it cuts a circle on the floor. About 20 feet in diameter, and then the stonework just plummets downwards. And then after that, the Iron Wing just steps over the gap and falls down. Aurelio, you see as the 4 wings ignite, and it begins to fly, and it flies down to you, and you feel a huge rush of air as it just descends
I just
into
raised
the
my
water.
arms up, like above
Take
my
me,
head.
Okay.
Jesus.
It just wraps its hand around your waist, and then holds you close against its stomach, and then the wings reactivate, and you feel a harsh G-force on your face as you rocket upwards back into the above chamber, and you are put back down with your 2 friends.
Aurelio's like looking like a lobster, and he's just looking down at himself, and he's just like, he kind of looks at Abram and Nix, and he just shrugs, and he's like, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah,
Nix's jaw is still to the floor.
I take the orb. Is it like calm down, or is it hot, or what's going on?
It's just swirling with dark clouds, and there's shimmering rainbow within.
Okay.
It has
But
a
it's not
gold
like-
band around its equator, but nothing else besides that.
Okay, well,
The
I
2
stuff it in my
hemispheres.
bag.
It's gaining characteristics.
You may be right. Something might happen when we reach all 3 locations. Well, the remaining 2.
Right. Where's Magnolia?
She's just been watching with her fucking mouth agape, hands tight around the wrist of Abram.
She's just following me around. Okay, that's fun. Alright. Did Abram hear all the stuff about the other guy, Gerard, coming? Or whoever the
Yeah,
fuck
that
is
was
coming?
just live on the open radio that Avery
Oh,
has
okay.
just been partying hard.
Alright, well, we need to...
Yeah, let's get going. How do we get out of here?
Abram looks at Avery.
Actually, I'm not your chauffeur.
Yeah, you are.
You were mine just a second ago.
Roll persuasion.
Nix.
I mean, there are.
Ooh,
Everybody just looks at
Nix has advantage against Avery.
yeah.
Apparently, there's an ISF cruiser in orbit waiting to send down a shuttle to go and regroup with us. They intend to check out the ruin on their own and do something a little bit more thoughtful than what Captain Yusuf here was apparently planning on doing. I can't believe he put citizens on lives on the line.
You rolled?
Wait, he put people's lives on the
Captain
line,
Yusuf
or
tried to
did
kill
we?
you.
Um,
Roll your persuasion.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we can just take one of the vehicles that's in like the other room.
Listen, I should probably be waiting here with the rest of the people. I need to figure out a story to tell those people. I can't just ignore you guys being here. No one else can either. You're not actually mercenaries, are you?
No, we're not actually mercenaries.
Alright,
Aurelio
well,
scratches his head.
what's the real story? Because there's going to be people asking in a few minutes. Or at least a few hours.
Whatever truth we tell you is something you shouldn't be telling others.
It's very complicated, and the less you know, the safer you guys will be.
Just tell them we're adventurers.
I mean, we are adventurers. We were also the
Technically not
police
alive.
bunch.
Okay, I guess I'll see how that goes. Hopefully I don't get fired.
You're a great pilot and a great person, and I don't think they'll fire you.
Yeah.
If they do, though, we could always go with a nice pilot.
Yeah, we could use a better pilot than Aurelio over here.
Oh, no, you don't. No, that's our good boy right there. We need him with us. And everyone's like nodding around, and Tracy is kind of
I
like
am joking.
waving her hand, and
I
even
am joking.
Veronica seems to be softening a little bit.
Just Nix, I am joking. See you again someday, maybe.
Yeah, I hope so. Go. Run, quick.
Right.
Be quick about it. I don't know when they're gonna arrive.
She's gonna start headed towards the place with all the vehicles.
Ew. Aurelio follows.
Abram, Magnolia.
Oh. Yeah, I'm taking the girl and we're going.
Okay.
Oh, is Magnolia coming with us?
Yes, we need to go back to the town.
No, I spent like she's coming with us.
She's coming with us right now. We're not going straight back to the ship. We're just going. We're getting out of
don't
here.
know if there's too much reason to describe going back down the endless hallways and stuff like that. I suppose.
No.
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, you actually had a few people following you for a while, but not Avery.
I take a mud puppy.
Aw.
Tracy walks along with you, and she seems to be checking out something. Everybody's like slowly like dispersing throughout the ruin. Avery is very much so staying in that part because he kind of assumes something. You guys
Nyx
continue
addresses,
to... Yeah.
Nyx addresses Aurelia. We are not taking that with us.
And, Aurelia, I'm sorry, you don't find a mud puppy in here. They scattered when you told them to flee. I know.
They don't
I'm
like
sorry.
you anymore.
Okay, you three are wandering out, including Magnolia, and Magnolia's very close behind Abram, just kind of like occasionally pressing her shoulders and stuff up against him. You are walking on the way out. You get it to the tower where you rescued Magnolia from, and you go back to the garage. And I suppose you find one of those flying vehicles yet again, and you pilot it just over the dome this time. And you look down, and you see that it's just its generic self.
Nyx is driving.
It seems to no longer be doing whatever it was doing. Steam is no longer being generated, but power is still on.
We saved the environment.
I guess.
We save the world unless the red star comes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be reminded of this.
I'm gonna let you guys be clear on this because I don't want to be too afraid that when you guys heard that recording again, it actually wasn't in your heads this time. It was actually from the cross, as if it had a speaker.
Okay.
So the cross did it, not the orb.
The orb did not heat up. The orb did not bounce. The orb did not. Yeah, the orb just kind of like did its weird. The orb did something.
It did do something. Okay, so the red star isn't coming, maybe because the orb didn't send out a signal.
I am the cross. I speak for the moth.
God.
The bike that you're using doesn't like to fly too high, so you cut back down across the dome, and you see its swirling metallic pattern and several vents that would have been used for something God knows when, however long ago. You leave Starlight Labs behind and all of its unfortunately past crew, and you head out towards the well, how do you choose to leave? Probably the big gaping door that the ISF left, right?
Yeah.
Understandable. You see a lone figure standing in a coat with their arms folded behind their back.
Who is it?
It's Dr. Gerard.
Should I stop?
He waves at you.
Nyx stops.
Okay, you rev down the engine and touch down on the snow and ice around, and are standing at the mouth of this gigantic cavern. In front of you is the bespectacled Dr. Gerard.
Nyx looks at him and says, I think the ISF got your email.
I believe they did, and I have a feeling I have you to thank for that, miss.
I may have hacked into the captain's personal...
You're getting
computer.
quieter and quieter as you keep...
Sorry. I may have hacked into the captain's personal computer.
Well, then, in that case, I would just like to thank you before you leave. I am what is referred to as a recovery agent, stationed here several weeks ago when we heard that there might be something worth here of value, and it's a great help that you were able to subvert that maniac, Captain Yusef.
He was compromised, as you said. His motives were not great.
Indeed. I believe that 7 years of isolation on this world with nothing to stare at but these mountains must have slowly gotten to him.
Maybe.
Indeed.
So what happens now?
I do my job.
And that is...
recovering things of value.
See.
Indeed.
Is
Well,
he
we
looking
should
at
get
anything?
going.
I was gonna say, did we hide the staff anywhere?
It's on you.
I mean,
there's
kinda
no
fun
way,
to
there's no
hide the
fucking way that
staff.
you can hide that. And you know what? Yeah, he looks at it and sees it, and he just starts walking towards the dome past you guys.
Good.
It's been a pleasure working with you all, and I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Have fun.
Aurelio,
Yeah.
before you lift off again, you see scrambling towards you on all fours across the snow and ice. The mud puppy that you tackled from the pipe.
I like crouch down and I open my arms.
It lunges into your arms. And
It's cold out, so I stuff it in my coat.
okay, how many mud puppies do you think you can handle, Aurelio?
Oh
Three.
no!
Because
Yeah, that one had a family.
Yeah, it had two
Upper.
others with them.
the other two are hot on its heels.
I have a family.
Aw.
Nyx turns to him. Those things are staying in your room.
Okay. Aurelia says, like, so it's like these are right for
Crying.
He has them all like their little heads sticking out of like that's the bottom of like his collar or like his parka is. He's just like holding them.
I'm emotional.
Nyx gets back on the craft. We gotta get going. Come on.
I love them.
Alright, let's go.
The three of you get back on with your newfound family, and you fly away off into the snow. I'm sorry, the four of you off into the snow around you.
Don't say what happened to Magnolia.
She's
Technically
she's dead.
7.
She turned into the mud puppies.
She's
The
also
snow
in my
Technically-
coat.
is howling all around you, but you are able to withstand it. It's just as cold as it ever was, and it won't ever be any warmer. No matter how hard people may try, this is the way things are on this world.
Oh.
But some people like it. Magnolia leans close in behind you, Abram, and hugs the back of you.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Aww.
It's only a few minutes before you get back to the town, and I believe
Can I
that
do a sick jump?
you do a sick jump.
Stick kickflip.
You do a sick kickflip. You do a kickflip off a snowbank so fucking high
And we all die except
that
for you.
you are upside down, and you're looking down at the treetops around you, and you see all the places that you've been, and the river's flowing once more. And I believe that this is where we're going to stop it as you head back towards town.
Yeah!
Yay.
I've got mud puppies!
We did it.
I got babies! I got babies!